Hey, greetings and welcome everyone. It's Leecon, and I'm here again bringing you another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Thank you so much for tuning in. On our last episode, we took our Alliance Paladin, Gleek and Tessa, and we finished off the final Alliance starting zone, which was Dun Morag. We're now going to give the same treatment to the Horde. This is going to be our 6th zone, our final starting zone. So stay a while and listen as we take our Tauren Shaman, Gleek Console, through Tirisfal Glades. So if you were a little skelly, if you were an undead, you would start in this, you would rise in the sepulchre. I guess they maybe pulled your bones out from one of these shelves over here, and you would be born anew. There are some quests that maybe would or would not apply. There are some things we won't get a chance to do because we are not we're not undead. So we're going to go ahead right out to the Damned and the Mindless Ones, but let's just take a peek. And you know, I don't know that we've done this completely with all the others. But if you go over to Tirisfal Glades, you would actually start with a quest called Rude Awakening. So let's look at that. We actually don't do that one. We haven't been doing that on all of the other ones, but let's take a peek. So this is a quest that takes you right to the Mindless Ones. It's just a breadcrumb, and the Undertaker Mordo, right outside of the little crypt, says, "About time you woke up. We were ready to toss you into the fire with the others, but it looks like you made it. I am Mordo, the caretaker of the Crypt of Deathknell," which is where we're at, "and you are the Lich King's slave no more. Speak with Shadow Priest Sarvis in the chapel at the base of the hill, and he will tell you more of what you must know." And he says, when you get to him, "Another of the walking dead," which of course doesn't apply to us. Or HM, as our robot says. "Must have been quite a shock waking up in the crypt with only the cold and Mordo to greet you. I see the confusion on your face. Let me try to explain our situation to you. We've been freed from the control of the Lich King by our new leader, Lady Sylvanas. The Dark Lady guides us in our war against the hated Scourge and the holdouts of humanity who dog our every step," which kind of catches you up on the lore of what you would be coming out of Warcraft 3. And that's really the only... There are a couple others that we can look at. And unless you start as a Forsaken, though, you will be ignoring this whole thing. This is also our final zone where really people are probably like, we don't care about your walkthrough. Like, how many people really need a walkthrough for the first zones? But we're going to do it anyway to cover all the lore. This is the chapel they talked about. So there's Dark Cleric Dustin. He's a priest trainer. There's Venya Marthond. There is Maximilian the Warlock trainer. Isabella the Mage trainer. And here is, we'll go right to Shadow Priest Sarvis first, who will give us that quest.
"No other race on Azeroth has suffered as much as our people, adventurer. To laugh in the face of death has become second nature for all of us. We Forsaken are at war with the Lich King's army of the Scourge, necromantically raised armies of the undead, foul beasts of the north, and tormented specters. The northern part of the village has become overrun with the Mindless Ones, and they must be destroyed. Destroy them. Show them no mercy, our former brothers and sisters as they might be. The fallen are nothing but the Lich King's slaves."
So we're going to kill their brothers and sisters. There's a demon trainer, Kayla Smythe, and also Novice Elreth, I guess the apprentice to Isabella.
"My duties include tending to our wounded warriors, tailoring armor and clothes, and assisting Shadow Priest Sarvis with whatever else he might need."
Never mind, she is his apprentice.
Enlisted in his service also, hunting the Mindless Ones, if I know his mind. Well, if you'd like to stay in one piece, and I've no doubt you do, perhaps I can help. I'm running out of paws and wings, and if you bring me some, I'll find some armor for you. You'll find a good number of wolves and bats to the south.
So what did we do? Well, we kind of, on our own, we just picked up a couple quests. So let's look at our overall quests in order. We took the... Oh, we completed those two last time. We did the Rude Awakening, and we have the Mindless Ones and the Damned. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and copy this whole chunk. And bring over our new kind of set here. So we're going to go ahead and pick these up as well. But this is not Durotar. It is Tirisfal. Blaze. And I wanted this over here. Oops, let's go ahead. See. Let's go ahead. There we go. And then let's bring it down. Okay, so let's go. We just picked up these 2 quests. And off we go. Let's check it out. So the map is just lit up with all the things that we can do. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to start exploring, killing, all of the above. Now, in this little town, there are a couple other things. There's Executor Aaron. There's Claire Willower, a couple of people. Here's Blacksmith Brand. He's an apprentice armorer. Sure, why not? Let's just sell to him. And Harold Rames, an apprentice weaponsmith. Not sell, but repair. Death Guard Philip. So I'm going to kind of... Oh, no, I don't want to leave the little... There we go. We want to... let's... It's been a little bit of time. I gotta get back in the mode of killing on this character. We haven't played this one for a little bit. So we got a nice scavenger paw. There's a little flicker there. And of course, the drop rate for gear is very high in these starting zones. We're also getting some bats and things. I don't know what I was going to say. Some claws and things. Okay. Let's keep this blasting forward, because that's why it looked like we were one-shotting them, because they're turning to hit us and getting a little bit splashed on our lightning shield. And yeah, this is pretty much good. Now, when we... Oh, you know what? I read those 16 quests last time, but I just am now realizing we weren't supposed to do that because we weren't there. The drop rate, it looks to be 100%. Here's some mindless ones. We need them as well. We also need wretched zombies. Mindless zombies and wretched zombies. I'm suspecting that we might run out of stuff. Bag space. But that's okay. We'll just run back and sell. We're obviously very close to a little shop of horrors. I mean, it's pretty appropriate where we're at. Now, that's a Scarlet Convert. So people that are... There are already some living humans that are out here trying to get up in our business. I would imagine we're going to kill them later, so we don't need any more bats. Here are some neutral mobs you kill for a quest. They are named mobs. I think it's an inside joke. I remember reading sometime somewhere that those are like devs. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the named characters for that quest we'll do near the end are devs. Pretty certain. But feel free to fact check me on that one. I am not afraid of a fact check. Come after me, bro and sis. Man, I gotta zoom in a little bit. I like the ambiance, but zones that have overhanging trees can be a bit annoying. Alright, so again, we need wretched and mindless zombies. We've killed all of the wildlife that we need. No, we do not need rattlecage skeletons. Get off that. Luckily, because these are technically humanoids, even though they're undead, they can drop gold or money. I say luckily because it doesn't take up bag space. Just keeping on with the shade. We'll get to kill these rattlecage skeletons soon also, so no worries with that. We'll need these boxes soon. We've already more than halfway finished the undead killing. For now, we can kill indiscriminately. We see when we can smash them down. Okay, and the mindless are almost done. There's probably some in that barn, but I don't even care. We're just mowing them down, one-shotting pretty much anything we see. Alright, we don't need any more mindless, we just need the wretched. Okay, and just one more wretched, and we'll be good to go. Where can we find? There's our last wretched. And then we have done serious work. I mean, we're just not messing around. There's a level 2 undead priest. They just came into existence. Here's a little graveyard. Probably will serve as an actual graveyard for, like, respawn purposes. We'll turn in and then sell. Probably pick up another couple quests here too. Alright, so...
This had better be good. It is unfortunate that the Scourge cannot be brought into the fold. Their large numbers would be useful in the battles ahead.
That's true.
But they will not join us, so we have no choice but to destroy them.
Okay, he will also give us Rattling the Rattlecages.
You've shown your potential to the Forsaken under normal circumstances, adventurer. Now let's see you under pressure. The Rattlecage skeletons, more mindless minions of the Lich King, are a tougher foe than the zombies you have faced thus far.
Okay.
Again, thin their numbers and prove yourself to the Forsaken. Do not tarry. When you are done, speak to me again.
So I guess canonically, skeletons are stronger than zombies? I don't know. And we just, so what do we pick up? We might as well go over here. We just did those two. And then Rattling the Rattlecages. Picking up that quest. Bam, bam. And then we'll turn into Mindless Ones.
And you
Or the
are...
Damned, I mean. Do try your best to keep yourself unharmed until I get you some armor.
Thank you, adventurer. This armor should help you out. Hopefully, it should do you more good than the last one to wear it.
I hope so.
My friend, Marla Phipps, lived with her husband Samuel before the plague, but when the plague came, Samuel succumbed and joined the Scourge's ranks. Marla was spared and on death only to die at the hands of her now mindless husband. So strong was her love, however, that her last dying wish was to be buried with her beloved Samuel. Samuel Phipps roams at a ruined camp along the road northeast of Deathknell. Defeat him and grant Marla's wish. Bury him at her grave in the first row of our graveyard.
Okay, so we just completed the Damned. And we picked up the quest Marla's Last Wish way down here. But we don't care. We're OP. But also now that opened up one of those two or both were breadcrumbs or prereqs for these quests.
One of our greatest struggles is obtaining the natural resources we need to survive. Gold was scarce even in the height of the Alliance's power. There is a gold mine to the northwest that has been overrun with spiders. We need gold
Obligatory
from the
spider
mine,
killing quest.
but we can't very well get it while the spiders are crawling around in there. I've not much manpower to commit to the task, so we'll just have to do it little by little. Get up there and see what you can do for us, adventurer.
Kind of like this. This definitely has a more World of Warcraft 3 vibe. Okay, so we just picked up Nightweb's Hollow. So that's an actual pretty, new, whatever, relevant quest. And this guy...
You there?
is a quest.
If you're looking for something to make yourself useful, then listen up. We need fresh out-of-the-ground recruits to head into Deathknell and search for any sort of useful equipment. Most likely, they'll be in stacks of boxes. We expect more recruits to be rising soon, and unless we want them to stumble about naked, we had better get to scavenging. We'll
Gross.
get to work, you miserable
Naked
bag of
zombies.
bones.
Jeez.
I'm not going to reward those without some hustle.
Rude. I don't know why they felt the need to talk to me like that. You get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar, you jerk. But, we've all worked jobs before. This is Archibald. Kava. There's a rogue trainer. His name is David. And there's a warrior trader named Daniel. Here's Joshua Kine, who just sells throwing daggers and wrapping paper. I love that. Every town. Make sure you have access to wrapping paper. It's a real high priority for this game. Really want. So that's your trainer bar or whatever. Okay, so now we can go out and about. What we want to do now is kill skeletons and find boxes. We can also go ahead, might as well just do one big run. Let's get Samuel's remains, we'll get the night web spiders, we'll just do it all in one blast. Why not? Why the hexy's not? So we're looking for boxes. They can be everywhere in these buildings. They look like this. If this is your starting zone, you will get yourself used to how long it takes to loot objects, which I've always been shocked that it takes so long, and there's got to be a difference in retail. When we play retail, we'll have to say, hey, this feels fast. It's just little things like that that make it like, what's the point of making it so slow? Well, I'm sure there is a point. You know, they want you to have cleared the area around any particular mob so that you can't avoid fighting. The game incentivizes taking your time, basically. Clearing things out methodically. Okay, so we're still one-shotting skeletons. We've almost scavenged everything we need, which is good. We're getting these extra strong skeletons. Like you said, I guess they are stronger than the zombies. Okay, so with this box, we will have scavenged everything we need. So, and how is that for hustle? Oops, that was a zombie. I thought I saw a skeleton in here, but nope, that's a zombie house. You dirty so-and-so. There's a skeleton. A rattle cage. Is that because their bones are loose? They rattle around? Maybe. I don't know. But it looks like they're all just kind of melee. We don't have to worry about wizards as of yet, but that is something else that will happen with the skeletons. Very quickly, even within this zone, and it's part of what I guess makes skeletons more intimidating. Something about them allows them to retain their faculty and use magic and stuff like that. So, I guess from that perspective, they are stronger than zombies. So something about this game, about the lore, about whatever, they've decided skeletons are a more intimidating foe than zombies are.
Inventories.
Oh. Did we forget to sell? We must have. Okay, so gotta just go back real quick and sell. I think I did forget to sell. Kind of annoying. I'm not going to turn in quests or anything yet because I'm going to pretend that we were good about ourselves and did not forget to sell when we were in the little area. I don't even have to look at this stuff. I'm sure it's all trash.
Speak quickly.
I mean, I'm tempted right off the bat, but 29, yeah, there's no point. Lots of cloaks and armor and a lot of things I can't use or would never use, even if I was level 2 or whatever, I would be here. This little gear is actually where you bury it. It's showing it there, but we really need to get the remains first. We just need one Rattlecage skeleton. We need the spiders. We can strike out and actually go for the remains right now. There's the one we have to loot. Whatever we left behind. Oh, there's 2, I guess. I didn't realize that. Double flimsy chain belts. Let's get one more skeleton before we head off into the world. There's one right there. Even though we're not really heading off into the world exactly. Why? My mace skill raised up. Guess it's not gonna. There's the. So here are these named devs that we're gonna go fight here. So we only need one of them, but you can kill them all. So here is Samuel Phipps. Samuel Phipps is the actual quest mob that we need. We'll start using other spells that, you know, as we go. There's his remains. You can kill Carol Graves. Now, they might have spelled them differently. Here is Daniel Ulfman. Now, or these could, maybe these are, this is Stephen Bartek. So, I don't know what the story is, but I think those are devs. I mean, Daniel Ulfman is very close to, like, Danny Elfman, who is the guy who does the music for, like, wait, no, that's Tim Burton. He does some kind of spooky music. I don't know why I wanted to say he was Nightmare Before Christmas guy, but that's Tim Burton. who also does music, I believe. But maybe I'm just lumping them together because their styles are similar. This is like reeds, maybe a dry riverbed. I don't think I've ever noticed this kind of run. Is there water right there? No. Okay, so here's where the spiders are. We need 10 nightweb 10 young nightweb spiders, and then 8 regular nightweb spiders. No worries. Let's just remember to turn them in properly. I mean, sell after we turn them in properly, because we're going to be collecting a lot of junk here. Oh, and again, we're so strong. Why the heck not? One go. All right. So how about as we kill mindlessly? What about any life updates? Well, as far as sports worlds goes, there were some good basketball games on tonight. Not my team. We don't play again until Friday night. Friday is going to be a wash for us. I can already tell. I mentioned yesterday I'll be working a little late, and then staying for my group's D&D session where I'll be DMing. That makes me run late. I usually don't get home until the 9 o'clock-ish time with that. The second round of the NFL draft will be on Friday, and I will probably keep my eye on that while I wait for 10:30, and plus I'll eat dinner. So there won't be an hour time within there where I can, before there's a playoff game for Game 3 for the old T-Wolves. We'll start. Oh, I just got a small green pouch. Yes, that's fantastic. This is better than our handmade leather bag that we stupid have. Okay, so we have finally gotten ourselves another pouch. I love that. We actually have full bag slots for the first time on this character. This character has gotten no help from friendly people out in the world. We've got no extra bags. We've got no extra gold. So as of yet, everything's au natural. I can't say that. You almost always get help from classic angels is one way that you can think of them. In my Appalachian Trail research, one of the things that a lot of people talk about are trail angels, basically people that will give you hitchhiking, like to spots, or provide you with shelter for the night, because through hiking, you know, when you're 6 months on the road, it's quite an ordeal. And the kindness of strangers is supposedly a lauded thing out on the trail. Now, you might get, like, I don't know, the rapey vibes of strangers or something. Wait, I don't have Samuel's remains? Oh, I do. I just haven't buried it. Alright, so we're gonna go bury these remains and then turn these quests in. So, much in the same way that the kindness of strangers in a situation like that, WoW is full of that. There really is. Unlike games like League of Legends or something like that, where the community almost prides itself on its toxicity, I really find WoW, and particularly classic WoW, to be above that, and I love it. So here's our place where we're going to bury Marla's husband, I guess. Okay. Homeboy's buried. And now we'll go turn everything in now. So let's turn in Scavenging Deathknell. Have you managed to scavenge up some useful items for us? There's no shame in reusing that which has been tossed aside. No one is going to give us any handouts. We forsaken will fend for ourselves.
Great work, adventurer. I knew you weren't useless. Here, have one of the better items I've found out of the lots that have been collected so far.
Cool. So I got Scavenging Deathknell. Cool, we just turned that one in. That was one of the last ones we picked up. You can also turn in Night's Web Hollow.
Well, it's a start. It'll take a few weeks
Zombie
or months
skin
to fully clean out the infestation. After that, we'll have to get down there with some torches to burn away the webbing. You've done your duty well, adventurer. I'm sure I can find something else for you to do.
Great.
You'll be happy to know we appear to be making progress in the mine, thanks in no small part to your efforts. We can now turn our eyes to other concerns. My scouts have reported that a detachment of the Scarlet Crusade is setting up a camp southeast of here. The Scarlet Crusade is a despicable organization that hunts us, and they will not rest until every undead, Lich King's scourge or no, is destroyed. We must strike first. Be careful. Their unholy zeal makes them dangerous adversaries.
Alright, so those Scarlet Crusade we talked about, they're coming for business now. So that was Night's Web Hollow. So we completed that quest, and then we picked up one called the Scarlet Crusade, which is our first taste at killing humans and our first taste at killing the Scarlet Crusade, I guess, as the Horde. I'm pretty sure it is our first taste.
I'm listening. I am finished with you, adventurer. You have shown yourself to be worthy of the freedom that you have been given. Many will stand against you for what you have become, but know that no matter what they may try to do against us, we are free and will not be shackled again. Take these and be on your way. You have much to accomplish, adventurer.
Okay, so we've now completed Rattling the Rattlecages. So cool. That was probably the actually easiest one in the order. Yeah, it was highest up. And we completed Marla's Last Wish.
You have done a good deed today, adventurer. Although our struggle against the Scourge continues, let us hope that Marla and Samuel will find peace together in their final resting place.
Okay, I do hope that. So that is actually one of the last ones because of all of those last ones of Deathknell, I guess, because of all of the, I don't know, all of the named mobs, I guess, are a little harder. Alright, we're gonna go in there and sell, and then we're gonna go start killing the Scarlet Crusade.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Alright. So off we go. You know what? We could sell the Kodo hide. I won't sell it, I guess, because it's still a pretty good way of making leather working points. I didn't even try to skin the wolves and stuff, but I don't think you can skill start. We have not in any other zone been able to skin them, so I don't suspect that we could skin these anyway. They're too weak to even give you scraps. And we've gotten a little bit, I mean, in terms of rep, we're slowly climbing. We're solidly friendly with all of the others, and the goal, I guess, would be to eventually hit friendly with the Undercity as well, even though we started as Tauren. And actually, the Tauren are the most friendly towards the Forsaken. Oh, so we're not just killing them, we want their armbands. So let's see what the drop rate is. They're also speaking to us, you can see in common down there. Not 100% drop rate. They say, Was killst dich Stirl? It's like German or something. Okay. So there, you heard it here first. The Scarlet Crusade is some kind of Germanic thing. Glowing Eins. Or Celtic or Gaelic? I don't freaking know. Obviously, it's not any of those things. It's fake. There are websites. Most of you guys. I pretty much expect that almost everything I say in the show, you guys already know. You're fanboys and fangirls like me, so you've already spent the past 20 years getting lost in the deep holes of this game. Phrasing, come on, Gleekon. But that's a guy that will actually be sent to kill, I'm pretty sure. That's a named mob, I'll leave him out. But, there's like websites you can do where you can put in the translator, like... So if you're ever interested in typing out things in chat in a way that you can taunt the other faction to where they could... There's an outhouse out there. I love that they've included that. Like the Scarlet Crusade would want an outhouse. All these other mobs, they poop and pee in the woods or whatever, but no, the Scarlet Crusade, they are above that. We're fighting converts, we're fighting initiates. I mean, what's the difference? I guess one uses magic and one doesn't. Oh, I'm gonna fight all three. Yep, I'll kill you all. I'm the boss. You're just a little punk. I'm the Sigma. That's my new word I've learned from the youth. Sigma. I'm cool because I used it in like a casual phrasing today, and I was like, yes, I am young and cool. I can stay up with slang. My coaster is like disintegrating. I need to delete. I need to I got like an 8-pack for Christmas. They're like NES cartridges, but they do not stand up indefinitely.
What is it?
Those fools, they have racing themselves to their own graves.
If only they listened to reason, eh, adventurer? Perhaps we could sit them down for reasonable discourse. Ha ha! Like blinded fools. Reports from my superiors in Brill indicate that an agent of the Scarlet Crusade was dispatched from the Scarlet Monastery and sent here to Deathknell. According to the reports, the messenger possesses important information on his person. I do not have further details, but whatever it is, we must have it. You're the most qualified person I have to send, adventurer. Find that messenger and bring me whatever information you can find.
Okay, so we've completed the Scarlet Crusade, and we actually got the Red Messenger. So let's check off the Scarlet Crusade. And we're going to do the Red Messenger. Hey, buddy. The Red Messenger, I think, is that named guy. Yeah, so back to where we just were. But wait, let's sell.
What is it?
I need to sell stuff to you. I like that the guy laughed at his own joke. Perhaps we can have some discourse with. All right, so we're getting very, very close to whooping. We're only halfway through the episode, and we're pretty much done with Deathknell. Now, this quest right here, a Rogue's Deal, that's actually a very unique one. It's probably the most fun exit quest. I would venture to say this might be my favorite starting zone. This and Elwyn are right up there for me. I like them both quite a bit. Maven, Porgal. Oh, you gave us some documents. Can we read them, even though they're like probably human? Oh, we can. Disperse information as you deem necessary. Tirisfal Regional Command, Captain Melrose, Captain Vachon, Captain Perrin. Directives by the Order of the High Lord, who we know is really a Death Guard in disguise. Captain Perrin, further fortify your position at the southwest tower as designated. So, southwest, I'm guessing that's the one we'll go over here, which we will fight that. Just kind of contextualizing everything. Additional supplies will be dispatched at a later date. In the meantime, materials should be obtainable from the surrounding farms. Also, further reconnaissance and information should be gathered about the organization of the undead in Brill. Captain Vachon, there appears to be increased movement by the undead near the northern tower. I don't know where that is exactly. Maybe there's a tower over here. I think there kind of is. But I'm not sure if that's the one they're talking about. This insurgents must be quickly and decisively dealt with. Captain Melrose, there are concerns about the level of organization of the undead near the borders of the Plague Lands. A fresh group of men will be dispatched to your position in the coming weeks. Glory under the light. Border of the Plague Lands will be there. I do think there's a kind of a Scarlet Crusade presence somewhere near there. Of course, you've got Scarlet Monastery. That's the main capital of it right there.
What would you ask?
How goes your mission, Gleekinson?
Let's see what you've got. Some news of their exploits against us. Worthless. Scouting reports, new orders, continue to build up a camp near the ruined city. Nothing we didn't know already. Ah, what's this? A map of the dispositions of some of their field commanders and agents. We can use this. These will need to be taken to my superior, Executor Zygand, in Brill. With this information, we'll be able to deal a decisive blow to the Scarlet Crusade. Your services have been useful here in Deathknell, but I need someone to deliver this to Zygand, and I believe he'll be able to find you more appropriate work. Take the road north out of Deathknell. Soon after entering Tirisfal proper, you'll hit a crossroads. Take the eastern fork and keep going east. You'll pass Cold Hearth Manor along the way.
Okay, so same pages. We're just turning them in, but I want to sell that staff.
This had better be good.
All right, so we're basically done with Deathknell. We did just complete the Red Messenger, bada bing, bada boom, and we picked up Vital Intelligence. So other than the Rogue's Deal, which we're going to pick up right now on the way out, we are done with Deathknell. That's great. And I really don't know that there's much of anything that's going to slow us down because we've already done 16 quests and we're not going to hit 20. So the only thing that might slow us a bit down is if we hit 16, but we can probably wait till the end of the zone. We can go back and level up, but we might be able to wait on that and do the leveling up at the same time that we do our pre-Ragefire Chasm, because we are coming up on our first dungeon ever. It is one we've done previously on this show, but you know, we will get there, guys. We'll eventually get back to where we were. I still haven't even on my trailblazing set caught back up. I'm doing Stone Talon right now. And there's still tons that we haven't. I mean, there really truly is. We really had done a lot, but we'll be able to do them much more effectively. Here's a Rogue's Deal. This is a two-stepper.
Hey, mate. Do a favor for a young man who's been fighting more than his fair share of mindless zombies and spiders. I got this here letter that needs to go to Brill, to an innkeeper named Renee something or other. Don't really matter none what her last name is. Anyway, it's a nice, cozy little place full of victims of the plague, trying to make their way in the world. And it'd be a great spot for you to rest too if the need arises. You should check it out. You do, and I'll pay you well.
Okay, so this is an interesting one because we'll pick these other things up, but there's actually a second quest that's easily overlooked. It's a Rogue's Deal Step 2. So what it is, you have to come back and like beat this guy in a duel. It's a pretty interesting little one-shot. A couple guards right there. And we will be going back to do it. It's just something to consider, something to think about. So here we go. This guy's going to give us Fields of Grief as a quest. I'm actually not going... We'll pick it up, but we're not going to do it because we need to come back and fight that guy.
What have we here? You look like a fledgling adventurer.
You look like a fledgling.
If you hope to prove yourself to the Dark Lady, you need to learn the ways of the Forsaken. To the west, you'll find...
Okay, you're 23. I guess you're better than me.
Humans infest the land like mold on a rotting corpse. And worse yet, the Scarlet Crusade patrols nearby from their tower. Teach those scum a lesson and steal 10 of their precious pumpkins. Once you have 10, take them to Apothecary Johann in Brill.
So, get pumpkins is what we're going to do. I do like this. I just like the vibe. I like the storytelling. It's so different when you're kind of a villain. None of the other factions really have that, and while I wouldn't ever want to be a villain for real, I don't typically play the villain, it does add nice diversity to the... And I recognize being a villain appeals to some people, at least within games. Obviously, it must appeal to some people in real life, too, because you all gotta sleep at night. But the world's got some freaking villains in it. So, now definition of villain, I guess that's subjective. Alright, so as we walk along this path, we'll also find Gordo. He's a big fatty. There he is right there. I don't know why he left the path. I have no idea, but we're going to talk to him. Master want weeds. Us got big hands and not good at picking. You help us and we not hurt you. Us need gloomweed. Many weeds around here and near road. When you have Gloomweed, you take to Master Holland and Brill Graveyard. Now that's Gordo's task. Pick that one up. This one we can actually complete right now because it's it's easy, and there is no reason not to complete it. You're just going to go around and get weeds. They can appear anywhere. Obviously, the dots are all over the field. We are. What are we? Are we an alchemist? Oh no, we're not. There's one right there. There's one right there. They kind of look like little purple, I don't know, mandrakes or, I mean, weeds, I guess. Look at the spooky little eyes. Oh, you only need 3 of them, too. That's cool. So that's pretty easy. We already got 2 out of 3. There's our 3rd right there. So, yeah, why not do it? Then we can just, like, bam, turn that one in on the way. And then that will give us another quest when we're there. We're going to pick up a bunch of quests right now, but then we're going to come back. So this is really quest pickup time. That'll take the next few minutes. We're going to explore Brill. Oh, we didn't read the Rogue's Deal also. Let's read that letter. Oh, we are not allowed to open it. It's sealed. It just says a sealed letter. So never mind. We can't read this particular message. This is Cold Hearth Manor. It's a little manor on the way in. Elwyn has the same thing where you pass the lodge, but what is inside Cold Hearth Manor? I never actually go here, but if you want to be a tailor
Quick about your
or
business.
an apprentice clother, which we are not, this is where you
Pleased to
come
make
for
your
that,
acquaintance.
but I
May
don't.
help you.
I mean, I think when I made the one Forsaken we made for this show, I was an alchemist with that guy because I was fair now. Gotta be an alchemist. But if you want to be a Forsaken tailor, right there by Death Guard Abraham, who has many sons. Just like the classic hymnal, Death Guard Abraham has many sons. Yeah, so as we walk, there was a good basketball upset today. If you're not a fan of the Boston Celtics, they got upset by the Heat tonight, so that was pretty fun. Here we have some more people. This guy is not giving us. This is a putrid task by Death Guard Dillinger. This guy right here, let's pick that up.
What are you looking for?
Oh, look, he can give us direction.
Scourge have trickled into Tirisfal glades and have infested the area west of Brill, near the old bridge. Go there and beat back the rotting dead and ravaged corpses you find. Scatter their bones and bring back their putrid claws, and the Death Guards will reward you.
Okay, so we got a putrid task as well. Cool. So that's a nice, easy one. It's one of the ones we'll complete sooner rather than later. There's Death Guard Bartholomew, like a cat, and Death Guard Lawrence. Here's Hamlin Atkins, who sells mushrooms. And then within this large graveyard, the only real thing is Junior Apothecary Holland. It says he's right here, but he actually pats. Here he is. You can see over here. He pats through the whole graveyard. So there's nothing else of interest in this graveyard. Oh, what is that? I'm gonna look over there. I don't know that I've ever
What
looked
does
there.
the shadow will?
Where's that useless abomination? Either you have what I need, or you best get out of here and find it.
What's this? Gloomweed? I've no need for Gloomweed. That mindless mass of flesh is out there picking daisies and convincing the lady knows how many dupes like you into doing the same. No offense. Very well, you're here now, and that's all that matters. Since I'm not going to bother to try to explain things to that abomination, how about you collect what I really need? Doomweed. So you can see the predicament that I am in, adventurer. That thing is out there collecting the wrong weeds. I'll make it worth your while to gather what I need. Bring back to me enough Doomweed and I'll give you a suitable reward. It is my understanding that they like to plague the flora near the mass gravesite, to the north of the Brill graveyard. Hurry and be mindful of the gnolls in the area.
Great. Okay, so we have completed now Gloomweed, which was Gordo's task. And now we have picked up Doomweed. Totally different. Who wants stupid Gloomweed when you could get Doomweed? What is this place? I literally don't think I've ever looked in here. It has doors that you have to open. It's like a... Oh, it's dark and tiny. Okay. That's actually cool. Like, if you wanted to do, like, a guild, like, hide-and-seek kind of thing. Pretty cool. I don't know, like, if someone opened the door, you'd be, like, toast, but... Okay, here's an herbalist, if that was your jam. Now we're actually in Brill proper. Here we have an alchemist, which is not what we are. And here we have 2 quests from Apothecary Johann.
Hello.
A new plague is the
Lady
first one.
Sylvanas has called upon the Royal Apothecary Society. The Dark Lady believes our knowledge coupled with the newfound magic will provide the key to Arthas's demise. She has challenged us to concoct a new
This is heavy
a
into the
plague
lore.
deadlier than any ailment on Azeroth. This new disease will bring Arthas's Scourge army to ruin. My studies show that the blood of beasts might prove to be the key. Bring to me 5 vials of Darkhound blood so I can test.
This kind of really gets where we're at. And down there it says maybe I should have bought some of Feruza. Ah, this must be him now. Nope. Basically, that is true. Sylvanas, the leader of the Forsaken, for quite some time, for a few expansions, really believes that they can be stronger than the Scourge. They can do more if they just advance their alchemy art enough. They can do all kinds of different things, but in the meantime, what they can do is they can kill the Forsaken, the Scourge in mass numbers. Deadlier. They want to create a plague that's deadlier than anything so that we can kill the Scourge, but really even more.
Beware the living.
And delivery to Silverpine.
Time is a luxury that is not afforded to those of us under the employ of Lady Sylvanas. Surely you know this by now. As a member of the Royal Apothecary Society, it is my duty to share my knowledge with my colleagues so that our collective efforts might one day provide the Dark Lady with the new plague she so badly desires. Take these findings to Apothecary Renferrel, who is stationed at the Sepulchre in Silverpine Forest. Follow the roads to the south from Brill. From the Undercity, go southwest.
Okay, so he gave us some findings. It says the sealed findings of Apothecary Johann. So we have picked up a new plague and delivery to Silverpine. So again, picked up a couple quests. A new plague, step 1. This is a long, I believe, multi-step quest. Well, I guess maybe not. Only 2, but no, it's 4 steps. And then way down, well, what was it called? Delivery to Silverpine. So that's one of the later. We're going to not be finishing that today at all, for sure. We're not going to finish very much more quests today because we're spending so much time picking up and exploring. This is, I believe, where you could learn your mounts. Zachariah Post. You can buy a mount from him. This is the instructor, Velma. She can teach you and help solve mysteries with scoops. Like scoops? I'll help you. I can't do it.
Hello.
Scoops, like for real scoops? Nope.
Bye.
Alright, Abe. We have Abraham over as a death guard. Now we have Abe.
What do you require?
Because Abraham was taken. Those are guys that we can sell to. We don't have anything to sell right now, but there's your sell, repair, blacksmithy if that's your jam. And here is Executor Zygan.
Speak quickly.
Basically the leader of this little area. The Scarlet Crusade is encroaching on our homeland. The foolish zealots do not realize that the loyal servants of the Dark Lady shall see to their demise.
Remember.
Yes, what you want.
Yes, this is very good. You've done well in obtaining this information, adventurer. Names of the officers in the Tirisfal glades. Imagine the blow we could deal to the morale of those bloody zealots if we were to kill their leaders in one swift strike. The documents Executor Aaron provided are just the break we needed in our battle with the wretched Scarlet Crusade. We now know their exact locations throughout Tirisfal glades. But the Death Guard has larger concerns. The Lich King's army grows in number each night. We need someone with initiative like yourself to drive the Scarlet Crusade to the grave. Prove to me you are capable of serving the Dark Lady by traveling west to the tower past the Solidon farmstead and slay 10 Scarlet warriors.
Okay, so we just turned in Vital Intelligence. So there we go. We'll start with that. We just completed Vital Intelligence, which was one of our breadcrumbs. And then we just picked up At War with the Scarlet Crusade. And that's also a multi-stepper. So Vital Intelligence is dead. And we have At War with the Scarlet Crusade. Okay. Oh, and that's we're gonna stretch that one out. Okay. All right. We also have another quest we can pick up right here. Wanted Magadai. Wanted Magadai, a foul beast even by Knoll standards. Magadai has been sentenced to death for his crimes against the Forsaken. This despicable villain has been stealing corpses for use by the Lich King's army. Magadai was last seen pillaging the lands near Garen's Haunt to the north of Brill. The town of Brill hereby offers a reward to the capable soul who can carry out the execution. Show Executor Zygon the villain's paw once the deed is done. Mercies for the weak. How familiar is he with his paw? That when I turn it in, he'll be like, yeah, that's his paw. Like, could we fake it? Probably. All right, so there's Death Guard Burgess. Now we can look in the Brill Town Hall. We've just explored it. So I guess ostensibly this would be where the leader of Brill is at. And who's really leading here? Well, we have Jamie Knorr. I don't know what we're doing with her. She doesn't seem to have anything important. And we actually have a leader here, Magistrate Severin. He is a leader.
The mass graves, southwest of Garen's Haunt to the north, were made to accommodate the impressive number of deaths Tirisfal suffered when the plague first came. The bodies in these graves have so far been spared an undeath, but the Scourge now send Rothhide gnolls to gather the corpses and use them to bolster their armies. This cannot be allowed. Your task is twofold. Slay the Rothides at the mass grave and Garen's Haunt, and gather from them the embalming ichor that gives them life.
Alright, so he wants us, just like we have to go kill Magadai, this is yet another thing. We have, I guess there are these sort of Scourge gnolls that are also causing problems, so we're picking up this too. This is another fun thing about the Undead Zone. They load you down with quests. I like that, and then you can go out into the world and do your thing. So this is that's that mushroom guy from before. Here are
what now?
The trade people, but we actually have Crispy Batwing.
Beware, our enemies.
So one of the horde only basically recipes that you can get. I guess you could maybe go into the neutral auction house and make some money selling that.
Exactly what
General supplies from her, but nothing there. We have a well, and we've almost completed this. There's Death Guard Mort. So within the Gallows End Tavern, we have some things. First of all, look, we have a first aid trainer. Nothing we can do until we get to 115 on that. I don't think we won't be doing that anytime soon. Here's Yvette Farthing. We'll have some quests with her later. Hostile Demon.
Do not waste
warrior trainer.
Adventurer.
Can we cook here? Do we have anything to cook? No, we're good. Here is 2 quests from Coleman Farthing.
I am forsaken.
I hope you're well, all things considered. Sit for a spell and hear my tale. It's a tragedy, of course, but one I hope will end in revenge.
The Agamand family was the most prosperous family in Tirisfal glades. I used to work their mills before the plague. When the Scourge first came, the Agamans fortified their home and convinced those in their employ to remain and help them defend. We were fools, but at least we were loyal fools. The Agamans, in their pride, doomed us to undeath. And now they are minions of the Scourge, Serve the Forsaken by defeating the Agamans who fell to the plague. Serve me by bringing me their remains.
Okay, we'll also pick up. So that was deaths in the family. So let's pick. That's a cool quest line too, where that whole story with the Agaman Mills is a pretty cool. That's sort of the finale. All of the things over there for this zone, and it's a pretty neat one.
Devlin
Goes along
Agaman
with this
was
one.
the younger of two sons in the Agamand family, and in life the two could not be more different. Thurman was tall and gentle, while his younger brother was weak and sharp-tongued. When Agaman Mills fell to the plague, I was not surprised to hear that Devlin was quick to succumb. His mad chattering can still be heard near the road leading to the Agamand Mills. I'm collecting the remains of the Agamans, and I want poor Devlin. Find him, destroy him, and bring me his bones.
Okay, so that's the Haunted Mills. Another one picked up. So it's going to appear as though we have all these quests on our thing, but we're really just picking up so many. So a lot of these are not going to get checked off on the quest covered portion in our description. What's this guy? Rattling Maim. That makes me think of the Dragonlance Mage Raceland. And here's a finally one we can turn into Innkeeper Renee.
Rest your weary bones for a spell. Trust no one.
Yes, what is it? The Forsaken, they certainly do have huge appetites. Make yourself at home. Yes, rest those weary bones. My name is Renee, if you need anything at all.
Oh, a letter? Wonderful news. I've been waiting on word from my dear old mother in Deathknell. Such a saint she is. I wonder how she's holding up. What? Too cheery? Not buying it, are you? Well, get lost then. It's really no business who the letter's from anyway. Go on, get lost. Come back when you've got some coin to spend. Loafer. Next thing you know, you'll be coming back to rest after a long day's adventure or some stupid thing like that.
Which makes me think about, this is something that I read about in the alpha of the game, maybe the beta, where you used to have to stay at the inn. That you would actually get an XP penalty if you didn't spend a certain amount of time in inns. So they really wanted you to check in at the end, which is interesting.
Do not seek death.
All right, so that was the first step for Rogue's Deal, but that is a two-parter. So how does the second part go, you may ask? Well, first let's check that off, because see, we missed that one. You actually look at the map, now all of a sudden he has another one. It's an easy one. We go back over there. He wants to duel you. You fight him, and then defeat him and turn it into him. And that's the whole quest. So we will do that on the next episode. We'll do that. Here are also some various prisoners. Gavin's watching them. A mountaineer and a scarlet zealot. I'm sure we'll be doing bad things to them. Royanne is watching them too. We will be torturing them or something. Poisoning them, turning them into something foul. Upstairs, we have Kane Firesong, another mage trainer. Gretchen Deadmore. Oh, she has a quest for us.
It's so cold now. The plague of undeath crawls through my veins like an icy serpent. The mindless state will be upon me soon. But no doomed destiny will prevent me from serving our Dark Lady. When the call arose, I sewed body bags for the fallen soldiers of Sylvanus' mighty army. Now my hands shake from the chill. If you would bring me 5 dusk bat pelts and some coarse thread, I could sew myself a blanket. Help me, adventurer, so that I can continue to serve the cause.
Okay, so this woman wants us to do the Chill of Death. Chill of Death. So yet another quest. I forgot about this one. Okay. And anything else in the inn? Well, up here you have Agaron Cargill, and then a demon trainer, Gina, and Rupert, the warlock trainer. Then you also have this a book. Dark Cleric Beryl. Here's a rogue trainer, Marion Call. There's an enchanter, so if you want enchanting, this guy with the weird haircut can teach you that. And I think that might be it. So, okay. We have fully explored. Look at the whole zone is just populated. Mostly because we have to kill dusk bats and wolves and that shows everywhere. There is this other quest, Rearguard Patrol, we can pick up when we go down that way, but there's no strong push for that yet. So what we'll do next time is we'll head out west to a rogue's deal, and then we'll start working our way basically over. We'll work our way through the land and just do different chunks, and we made great progress. We picked up a ton of quests, so we'll really be able to bust out a bunch next time. But you know what that means? That means that this time we have another episode in the pipe 5x5. Thank you everybody so much for watching and for listening. I'll see all of you next time on Lore of Warcraft.